It's going to be pretty toasty.
Yeah, it is. Any of those ways to stay cool inside, and streaming subscriptions, or whatever it is to keep you inside, play inside with the kids this week and for the next few weeks, or obviously have a lot of cold water nearby. We are already up to 12 100-degree days and counting. That's already past the average. The average number of 100-degree days per year in Tulsa long term is right about 11. So we've already surpassed that. Through this date, so yesterday was July 16th. So through this date, this is what we've had the past several years. The last several summers, we hadn't had any 100-degree days up to this point, which is not all that unusual. Usually this time of the year is when we start getting the 100s. But so we are off to a way big-time head start there. Now, thank goodness, some of the summers back in the early 1900s, some of those Dust Bowl years, had already had 20 to 25 100-degree days. So we're not there yet, but we are now ahead of 2012's pace. Now, it doesn't, up to this point, I should say. That doesn't mean that we're going to surpass it, but being ahead of the 2012 pace is not exactly where we want to be from a 100-degree standpoint. Clouds hanging in this morning. We're going to try and keep them around as long as humanly possible today to help the temperatures out a little bit. They will go away more this afternoon, but it's associated with a little wave of energy that's produced a few spotty showers and sprinkles overnight. Still some light rain hanging on the Oklahoma-Kansas state line. Now dropping into northern Osage County. Some light rain around 4 Acre, Elgin, Kansas, Caney, Kansas as well. Copan, some sprinkles, light showers, a little while away here, a few minutes away. That'll keep dropping through Osage, Washington, Craig, Nowata counties. We might see a sprinkle or two make it down to Tulsa later this morning. More than anything else, it'll just be that residual cloud cover helping things out. So that'll keep us in the 80s for the next few hours. I still have us in the upper 90s at lunchtime in Tulsa. Clouds hang around longer. We might be a little bit lower than that, but I'm kind of banking on the hotter side of things right now. Still planning on well into the triple digits, 104 for our high, but there will be a chance for an isolated storm by the late day hours. So triple digits highs expected for all of us today. Once again, if you keep clouds around in your location longer, you might end up a little bit lower than that. Enough humidity to push the heat index over 105 in most spots. That's the heat advisory and excessive heat warning out near the Oklahoma City area. So here are those little morning showers starting to fade away, the triple digit heat, but then late afternoon and the heating of the day as a weak boundary drops in. I'd say about I-44, including the Tulsa Metro to the south, have the best opportunity for one or two of these pop-up storms. And this is why I mentioned if you're going to be out on the lake, out on the water, you just need to be weather aware, of course, for the heat. But then once, if any of these storms pop up in your location, they could produce some strong winds and obviously a lightning threat that you want to be very aware of. That pretty much goes away after we lose daytime heating. Tomorrow morning, we're in the 70s, and tomorrow afternoon, once again, I hesitate to call this a cool down, but it's at least a drop by a few degrees. Still near 100 in Tulsa. I do think we'll have some upper 90s north and northeast of Tulsa with a northeasterly breeze. But unfortunately, the heat dome not going away anytime soon. Anytime it drifts off to the west like it has recently, that at least opens up a chance for a little weak boundary to drop on in. But it looks like that's the heat dome only kind of centers up and strengthens over us by the end of the week into the weekend. So really, there's no major relief in sight. The slight chance for a shower storm today, and triple digits continue. Unfortunately, it gets more brutal from here. Tuesday and Wednesday, high of 108 degrees and highs likely near or above 105 most of the end of next week as well.